Good morning and welcome to 360 TV. My name is Jelani Beckles, and on behalf of the entire team, including Raheem, Nelson and Sachin Mohammed, it's a privilege to bring you this top of the table clash between UWI Mona and UWI Keville. Just learned that the winner of this game will emerge with the cricket title at these UWI games. Both early peel there for an LBW seem to be sliding down the leg side. Yeah, the winner of both teams undefeated so far coming into this clash, so the winner will take home that trophy this afternoon. So all to play for here, Paul Miller and Hans Campbell, opening batsmen for Keville. Mona won the toss and decided to bowl first. Of course, it's a T20 format being played at the UWI Games 2026. Anthony Dackers just flicked onto the leg side. So we had just a slightly 20 minutes delay to start. It was a bit of rain around earlier, but all seems quite clear now, so hopefully no more interruptions. Flicked away, so off the mark here, Mona. Come back for comfortable 2. Was both teams captained by players with a lot of experience playing at national youth level for their respective countries. Also Brian Barnes, the captain of Mona, a lot of experience playing for Jamaica in the national youth tournaments over the years, and of course recently started playing for the Jamaica senior team as well. And Antonio Morris, he also has a lot of experience playing for Barbados at the youth levels, on the 17 and the 19 and so on. So a lot of experience in terms of the captaincy for on both teams. This one called a wide. Mighty hit there by Miller. Did it go all the way? Yes, it did. So first boundary of the day comes off the bat of Paul Miller. So full pitch live and just clear that mid-wicket fence. Some ease. So 10 without loss now. Keville asks the bat first in this match. Of course, 360 TV will have all the live coverage for you for the rest of these UWI games, which runs until Friday. Right now happening indoors at the UWI Spec netball happening. Of course, 10 sporting disciplines taking place at these UWI games. Javon, take a quick single here, Miller. Didn't pick it up cleanly. That was Michael Clark feeling at mid-off, so completed the single quite comfortably. Flicking this one, runs here, that'll be 4 more. It's expensive first over here by ball by Dakas. UWKville off the flying start here, they're 15 without loss. Yes, so if you're now joining us all to play for here, this matchup between UWKville and UW Mona. Mona, of course, in the red and white. Kville in the black and yellow. Both teams undefeated so far. Trying to win this game. Winner of this game wins the overall title. Cut away. That'll be 4 runs. What a start here by Kville, led by Paul Miller. Another drive, that'll be 4 more. Another boundary, flying start here for Kville. Yeah, so there'll be another rain delay here with Kville 23 without loss, so we'll ask you to stay tuned though. So we hope this is just a passing cloud and we'll be back with you shortly. UW Games 2026. Welcome back to 360 TV, the UV Games 2026. We just had a short rain delay, just 5 minutes stoppage, so sun is back out, so let's hope. The match already started 20 minutes late because of some rain around the end. Just 1.3 overs into the match, we had just a 5-minute rain delay, so Keeville is about to resume batting, 23 without loss. Decent start for Keeville here, batting first in this decider. So first runs after the rain break. Paul Miller especially after a flying start here, just 18 off 9 deliveries. Miller. Campbell just facing one ball so far. Push forward just onto the offside by Campbell. The 9 runs coming off the first over ball by Alex Hines, and after his first over, and after 2 overs now, Keeville asks the bat first, so decent start here for them, 24 without loss. Fast bowler Dackers to start his second over. It's expensive in his first over, conceding 15 runs, so hope to bounce back here. This one down leg sider. Appeal for caught behind. Not out, says the umpire. Probably seemed to maybe brush the. Yeah, seemed the umpire signal that it brushed the. Yeah, brushed the thigh of Miller. So not out is the call, 24 without loss. Miller already with a couple boundaries, he's raced 18 off just 10. Just pushed onto the leg side this time, another single. So runs coming quite comfortably here for Keeville. Of course, the winner will take home the trophy. Driven, well fielded, chance for run, good, well, yes, excellent running in between the wickets here by Campbell and Miller early on, really putting pressure on the Mona fielders. 27 without loss. Runs here for Cave Hill. Yeah, that'll be another 4. No, my apologies, I didn't realize there was a fielder position down there, so that's just a single. 29 without lost the score. Just into over number 3, so going along at 10 runs and over here, Cave Hill. It's in the air, and he's all caught. Trying to drive that one, didn't get on top of it. It was not as full as he would have liked, Hans Campbell, and he just pushed that one, and backward point fielder took a comfortable catch. So 29 for 1 now, just the wicket that Mona would have needed. Cave Hill was going along quite comfortably. And Daka's after expensive start in that first over he bowled, he gets a breakthrough. Cave Hill batting first in this virtual final, because the winner of this match will go with the trophy, the 29 for 1. So the new batsman for Cave Hill, Akeem McCollin. Needed that breakthrough, Mona. Alex Hines to start his second over. This one driven down the ground. There's protection on the long on boundary, so just a single. That'll bring new batter McCollin to face his first delivery. Attempted drive, didn't get hold of it, but we go down to mid-wicket boundary to get another single. Of course, these UV games not possible without all the sponsors involved, including, as you see in the bottom of your screen there, Blue Waters, but also Gatorade, Nescafe, Guiltless Yogurt, Sunday Ice Cream, UTC, Flavorite, and Iceland, all supporting the UV Games 2026. After this one's cut away, runs here, should go all the way, and it does. So 4 runs to McCollin, so he gets his first 4 of his innings. 26 for 1 now, Cave Hill. Yeah, of course, these UV games returning after a 7-year hiatus. 7 years, of course, would not have helped because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, because of that break, a lot of UV students would not have never got a chance to compete in the UV games. Probably students who would have been enrolled between 2020 and 2026 didn't get 2025 didn't get a chance. This one is flicked away. Should be 4 runs here, and it will be. So despite the loss of that wicket, runs continue to flow here for Cave Hill, and after 4 overs, going along at 10 runs and over, the 40 for 1. So we're going to see a first bowling change of the match. Michael Clark. Has taken a ball from the southern end of the ground. He will be bowling to Miller, who's after decent start here. 22 of 14 deliveries. Miller. Driven down the ground. Decent power play here so far for the boys of the men from Kayville. This one struck down through the mid-wicket region. Tried to pull that one back in time, I'm not sure. Well, this feeler signal, I'm not sure if it went over the rope, if it touched the rope. To be honest, from my vantage point, I thought it rolled back and probably just hit the rope, but 3 runs given. Been tough for the umpires to see it from there. It's 43 for 1 now. Flicks away, should go all the way, and it does. So 4 more. To McCullin, so he's into double figures now. He's raced to 12 off 6 deliveries, 47 for 1. Yes, 47 for 1, Kayville. Not a bad first up here for an LBW, and he's out. The dreaded finger is lifted, and McCullin has to go for 12. So Mona get another wicket here, second wicket in the power play. 47 for 2 now. This game very much in the balance here so far after the loss of that second wicket. Yeah, just having a look at the replay of that dismissal. Yeah, seem to keep quite low. No problems in terms of the ball going over the stumps. The umpire judged that one was hitting the stump, so Michael Clark gets a wicket off his very first over. Antonio Morris makes his way to the crease. Very quality batsman, Antonio Morris, the captain of the Kayville team. Morris, of course, a former national youth player for Barbados over the years, so a lot will depend on him now. Of course, these UWE games, a long history. These games started way back in 1965. So driven, it's in the air, but it will clear the fence quite comfortably. That's 6 runs. Yeah, so Paul Miller, he's into his 30s now. 31 off 17 deliveries. Roisin Roach is the new bowler for Mona. So driven again, more runs here, that could be 6 more. Is it? Yes, it is. So back-to-back 6s here for Miller. Well, top batting here from the right-handed Cavehill batter. 59 for 2 now. Roach. So don't just flicked away, just lucky to get away with that one, Roach. Finding the field at backward square leg. That ball was struck time quite well. If that was 5 yards either side of the field, there would have been another 4. Attempting another big shot there, but didn't get hold of it this time. Miller will bring Morris on strike to face his first delivery. Off the mark immediately, Morris, quick single. Just dropping short of Roach. Half a chance there. Was a difficult chance though, when very difficult after you follow through with your delivery to complete a catch like that, but that's the end of the power play, so still a bit of balanced start here to this game, taking 2 wickets so far, Mona, but moving along on more than 10 runs and over Cavehill. After 6 overs, score now 61 for 2. Michael Clark took a wicket off in his very first over, so he'll be search of another wicket here. 61 for 2 Cavehill. Arcs the bat first. This one a bouncer by Clark, so some aggression shown here. So now wide down the leg side. Have to bowl that one again, Clark. On a full toss in the air. It was in there for some time, but went to the right of the short extra cover fielder. The extra cover fielder there, that was Roshan Roach. Roach feeling there really didn't have much chance to get his hands on that one, Roach. Decent first over here for second over by Michael Clark. 3 runs coming off it so far. Another wide, despite not many runs coming off the bat. That's the second wide of the over. Both string down that leg side. So driven down the ground. Well, the stump stay 4 runs there for Mona. Mona also asks a question to the umpire if it came off the boot or the shoe of Clark. Of course, if it ricocheted off his shoe and it went on the stump, so Miller might have been heading back to the pavilion if he was short of his ground, but luckily for Miller, no, didn't come off the shoe of Clark, but gets a single this time. Morrison and a bad over bowl by Clark. 5 runs coming off it at the end of 7 over 66 for 2. Kayfield. Roach to continue for Mona. Still a very even balanced game here between Mona and Kayfield. Choosing to bowl first after winning the toss, Mona. Roach continue to Morrison, just flicked over his shoulder, it's in the air, and he's out caught. So Mona get the dangerous Morris, the skipper of Kayfield, former National League cricketer of Barbados. Anthony Morris has to depart. Just having a look at the replay, just flick that one over his shoulder, and well, to be honest, a very dangerous shot to play because there was a short fine leg in place and a comfortable catch. So Mona sort of in a good position here now. Mona has Kayfield slumped to 66-3. Just trying to confirm who took that catch. Yeah, it was Corey Hines. Just had to run a few yards to his right to complete that catch. So they get the dangerous man Antonio Morris. That brings Javon Andrew. Javon Andrew comes to the crease. So Miller seeing a lot of wickets fall around him now. Miller has been there since the start, seeing 2 wickets fall already. Antonio Morris just losing his wicket, and before that it was Aki McCollin and Hans Campbell as well. So Miller really keeping things together here for Keeville. This one just left alone outside the off stump by Andrew. Yeah, certainly Mona with the edge now. This one play, and I'm just playing that one, trying to play that one on off the back foot, Andrew. I think Mona will be the more satisfied team at this stage. 3 wickets down already for Keeville, and starting to slow down just a bit here. That one is keeping a bit low. Of course, one of those wickets was that of the Keeville captain Antonio Morris. It's in shock. It's in the air. I'm not sure if Addy has enough of it, and is out. So another one goes, double wicket maiden here for Roshan Roach, and Andrew has to return to pavilion for a duck. Mona Lajan in charge here now, led by Roshan Roach. Double wicket maiden. Keeville now 66 for 4. Yeah, so great passage of play here for you, Mona. 2 wickets in that last over by Roshan Roach. Got the wickets of Antonio Morris and Javon Andrew. So Paul Miller just holding things together at the middle now for Keeville. He's on 39. He's batted well, Miller, but needs someone to stick around with him now. 66 for 4 Keeville after 8 overs, so losing a couple quick wickets here, Keeville. Miller will have strike for the start of this 9th over. This one a wide single, so Stephen Wedderburn is the new bowler. Some punch down the ground. Was in the air for some time, but lands well short of those that fielder on long off boundary. Was UB Mona has dominated the UB game since it began in the 1960s. By far the most titles of all the participating teams. Of course, this year they face time 5 islands out of Antigua. First time they are competing. So just kept a bit lower from Wedderburn. Clark gets off the mark with 2 runs on the leg side. Seventy for 4, Cavill. There was a lot of action taking place today at the U games. Of course, right next to the outdoor facility here at USpec, the indoor facility at USpec at the St. Augustine campus has table tennis, netball and volleyball all carded for today. Basketball as well. After 9 overs, Cavill's now 71 for 4. Yeah, with the loss of those 2 or 3 quick wickets, Cavill slowing down in progress here now. That run rate was around 10 runs and over after 5-6 overs, but they're down below 8 runs and over now, Cavill. And just push down the ground, we get a single. Miller's into the 40s now. He's on 40 off just 25 deliveries. So shot down the ground. It's in there. Not sure if it has enough on it. A fielder circles on it and takes the catch. So they get the dangerous batsman Paul Miller. He was holding things together here, Miller. And Cavill sink into even further trouble now. They're 72 for 5, and with the fall of that wicket, we'll take a short drinks break with Mona certainly in charge of this match now. So welcome back. We've resumed play here at the U-Spec. 72 for 5, Cave Hill. Need a partnership here now. Two new batsmen at the crease, Preston Clark and Isaiah Folks. Roshan Roach has been the chief destroyer so far for Mona, taking 3. He has 3 for 17, and that will bring his third over to a close. So excellent day at the office so far for Roach. 10 overs in the bag now. Cave Hill trying to claw themselves back into this match at 74 for 5. At the halfway stage, almost certain Mona will be the happier teams at this time. Wedderburn to start his second over. Cutaway runs here. Yeah, pick the gap there beautifully. Work here to do for the fielder. Yeah, use good footwork. Not the best running, should have been. Yeah, well, actually I thought they took 1. It was 2, so comfortable 2 in the end. Yeah, that was Corey Hines doing the fielding. Wasn't picked up cleanly there by Mona. At that field had extra cover. And that was Roach. Now what a day it has been for Roshan Roach. 3 wickets for him. Really leading the way here for UE Mona in this decider. Of course, both teams winning all their games coming into this match, so undefeated so far. So the winner of this match will lift the title. A lot of buzz around the UE St. Augustine campus. A lot of people passing close to the commentary booth and asking scores and so on. So good to see those students taking part in other sports, interested in how their teammates are doing in other sports as well. Of course, UE Games back after 7 years, 7-year break. That hiatus was largely due because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Roshan Roach will start his fourth and final over. What an outing so far for the off-spinner. This one just struck down the ground for a single. Mona win mine singles at this stage of the innings, very into the second half of the innings. Projected score just 143 now. It's on a play and a miss, just bouncing over the stumps, and it gets by the keeper as well. It should be signaled byes. Yeah, it is, so byes. So flicked away, it was in the air for some time, but landed safely to the right of. Yeah, that was Chadwick Wallace, feeling at short mid wicket position. Couldn't get any hands on that one. So well driven. Runs here and that will be 4 runs. So welcome boundary here for Cave Hill. Twelve overs completed now. Cave Hill 88 for 5, batting first. So Chadwick Wallace joins the attack. Sorry. Let's punch along the ground to him. Slog sweep attempted there by Preston Clark, but didn't get any bat on it. Yeah, so four dot deliveries to start this over. Wallace keeping things tight here. Projected score now down to 139 then. Going at less than 7 runs and over now. Another dot delivery. What a start to this spell by Wallace. Keeping Cavill pair of Clark and Folks quiet. Driven, another dot ball, so maiden. Very rare to see maidens in T20 cricket, but that one you saw it this time by Wallace, so a bit of pressure here building on Cavill after 13 overs, batting first in this deciding match. As for the winner of this game will walk away with the men's cricket title. Cavill now 88 for 5. Alex Hines will start his third over. No wickets yet for Hines. He hit for 5, Cavill. A few dark clouds around again. Just going to have a look at the sky here. Not sure if we're in any threat of rain right now. Slock Super attempt appeal for an LBW, just half-hearted appeal, not out, says the umpire. Yeah, batter down, so seems to be holding his head. That's Isaiah Folks on the ground. Umpire giving him some assistance. Well, it seems to be a bit of cramp. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to have a short injury break here. We'll be right back. Yeah, my apologies. That was actually Preston Clark. Just getting some assistance there by the umpire. Yeah, Sun out again now. No. Struggling. Batting a bit on the slow side here, Clark. Just 8 off 18 deliveries. He'll hope to improve on that strike rate as is. If he stays at the crease, this one up another play and a miss outside that off stump. Yeah, of course, we continue. Hope we have no more rain delays in this match. Still a few clouds around. Just punched down the ground, another dot delivery. So Another quiet over here for Caville. Just one run off that over. Caville batting first, being sent in the bat first by Yui Mona, 89 for 5. So just 6 overs left here in the Caville innings. If they continue at this rate, they will fall short of that 140 run mark. It's going along now at 6.35 runs and over. Yeah, that projected score 127, so if they could get 10 runs and over for the remaining overs, could still get to 150. $90 for 5. Wallace has started his. He's into the second over now. Attempting to flick that one over his shoulder, but couldn't get any bat on it. So driven. That's a good shot. That goes to the boundary for 4. Yeah, so he needed that one, Preston Clark. He was struggling to get going in the last few overs. But he gets 4 on this occasion. Clears the infield. Just taking a couple steps down the wicket as well. 94 for 5 now. Clark finally gets into double figures. He's on 12 now. So now that he gets on more runs here for Clark. Well, a bobble in the outfield by his namesake Michael Clark, so they get 2 quite comfortably. 96 for 5, so not a bad over here for Caville. 7 runs coming off it, just still a delivery to go. So struck away, runs here, they'll get at least 1. They'll have to settle for 1, so 8 runs coming off that second over, bowled by Wallace. 97 for 5. Just 5 overs left in this Caville innings. 10 runs and over will get him to 147. Should be a competitive score, but still think at this stage Mona will hope to continue taking wickets here. Decent partnership developing here now between Folks and Clark. Folks has done well to keep the scoreboard ticking. He's a runner ball 13. Two more to the total. That too will also bring up the 100 for Cave Hill. On a 1 for 5. Fairly economical so far, Hines, but no wickets to his name just yet. He will try to change that in his fourth and final over. This one struck. This runs here for will work here to do for Michael Clark. Absolutely brilliant fielding there by Clark. Yeah, well, the umpire was trying to signal to Michael Clark if he did stop it, but so brilliant effort there by Clark on the boundary. Michael Clark. Brilliant footwork by him. Just going to shock in there this time. Chance for wicket, and it's a brilliant catch by Clark. So what a performance by Michael Clark in the field in this over. He saved a couple runs the previous delivery and now takes a great diving catch forward, fielding at long on. He had some work to do. Had to run about 10 yards in and then put in a dive to complete that catch. So they break the partnership. Mona. Here Preston Clark was struggling a bit there in the middle to get going. He has to go now. Damani Roach will be the new batsman for Cave Hill. Cave Hill now 103 for 6. Yeah, so Hines getting a wicket in his final over of his spell. Yeah, so wicket taken over there for Hines. Mona still has, I believe, still has the edge here in this match as Cave Hill being sent into bat first. 103 for 6, just 4 overs remaining. See the summary scores there. Roshan Roach, the top bowler so far, taking 3 wickets in his 4 overs. Spectacular fielding effort by Michael Clark in that previous over. Saved 2 runs quite brilliantly using his boot, his foot to save 2 runs on the boundary, on the mid-wicket boundary, and then taking a great two-handed diving catch forward. That's some work to do running in from long on. Attempted slog sweep there. Starts with the dot delivery. Wallace has started his 3rd over. Has made life difficult Wallace for Caveville batsman just is conceding 8 runs so far, Wallace, and he's already into his third over. Struck down on the ground. Should just be a single. Slight bobble by the fielder, but just 4 overs, just 3.5 overs left in this innings. Our projected score 127. Mona certainly, I'm sure, will like the chances of getting to that target of 128, but of course Caveville hoping for a late flourish here to their innings. They've lost wickets regularly throughout, which has sort of halted their progress. This one down the leg side. Not really halted, but more making this innings not very fluent, those wickets. Just pushed onto the offside, another single. They wouldn't mind singles, I'm sure, at this stage, Mona. Caveville, they need boundaries to really push the score up to maybe 135, 140. One was 7 for 6. Shook away runs here for Caveville. Just a single though. So another fairly tight over bowl here by Wallace. No boundaries yet in this over, just one delivery to go. Another single will end this over, so just 6 runs coming off that Wallace over, so Caveville struggling to find a second gear here. There, 109 for 6. Wedderburn will start his third over now, looking for a late strong finish here. Caveville, 2 runs to start this 18th over. 1-1-1 for 6 now. Driven firmly. Some work here to do for Michael Clark, but as he has been for most of this, an excellent throw as well. What a feeler what a feeler he is, Michael Clark. Has been up to this task every time he's been called upon, Clark. An excellent, showing a strong arm there, but couldn't get the run out, but putting some pressure on the batsman there to get back to his mark. That was Folks. Folks on 20 now. Would have liked probably those 20 runs to come a bit quicker. Attempted cut shot. Didn't get any bat on that one. So keeping the boundaries to a minimum here, Mona. Just a single again, so scoring most of their runs in singles and twos. Cahill. That'll actually bring the 18th over to a close now, so just 2 overs left. May fall well short of the 150 run mark now. 10 runs and over from here will give them 134. 12 runs will give them 138. I struggled to build partnerships during this innings, Cahill. When Mona takes their chance to turn at the crease, all eyes will be on Brian Barnes, the Mona captain. He's a very, very destructive batsman once he gets going, Barnes. Cahill will certainly want to dismiss him very early if he bats. Expected to probably bat at 3 or 4 in the batting lineup. Barnes. He'll chuck down the ground. Runs here for. Will it go all the way? It does. Just clears the fence. So 6 runs. A welcome boundary there for Cahill. Just what they needed. Yeah, that was Folks. Just clearing the long on fence. Thought he had a chance at one time. That was number 28 on the boundary. I think that's Dackers. Yeah, Anthony Dackers. Opened the bowling earlier for Mona, but well, if Dackers can get it, Dackers is way over 6 feet tall. If Dackers can get it, I don't think any Mona feeler could have gotten their hands on that one. Even Karen Pollard, the former West Indies T20 captain, and in his prime years, I'm not sure if he would have probably been out of his reach as well. So 121 for 6. Just 9 deliveries left in this innings. Some punch down the ground, just be a single. Dackers has been quite busy on the long on and long off boundaries. Pulled away. Does it have enough on it? It doesn't, so he's out caught. And guess who? Michael Clark. What a performance by Michael Clark in the field. Stopped quite a few runs in the field and has taken yet another catch. At least his second catch of the day. If I'm not, second catch of this innings. And Folks, who was trying to go into another gear there, has to, again, whenever they start building a slight small recovery, they lose another wicket, Cavill. So 122 for 7 now, just 7 deliveries to go. So Wallace to bowl it last over of his. Yeah, that'll be the last action for Wallace, at least with the ball in hand this afternoon. He ends with decent figures of 1 for 22 in his 4. Just 1 over left now. Cavill, I think, will fall a bit short of what they would have liked to post. 122 for 7, just 6 balls to go in this innings. Calvin Marcus has made his way to the crease now after the loss of Folks. They'll need at least 18 runs in this over to get to 140, but maybe a tough ask with the tail enders at the crease now, but they certainly will give a valiant effort here. Ruchan Marcus. Wedderburn will have the responsibility of bowling this final over. Has been very economical, no, not among the wickets this morning, Wedderburn, but just conceding 16 runs in 3 overs, so going at less than 6 runs and over. The off spinner. This one is pulled away. Don't think it has enough on it. And, well, his only error in the field probably all day, Michael Clark. He couldn't get his hands on that one. It was a difficult chance. Yeah, just couldn't hold on, Clark. Saw him take a similar catch diving forward earlier, but couldn't hold on this time. The batsman complete 2 runs. This one again pulled down the ground. Well, this one will land well short of the fielder at long off. That was Hines doing the fielding at, running in from the long off boundary. So just 4 deliveries to go, 125 for 7. Batting first in this deciding match. It's a league match, but because both Mona and Cavill they've both won all their matches in this tournament, the winner of this match will be crowned champions. So a short ball cut away, but straight to the fielder. Yeah, that was Barnes doing the fielding. This one slapped in the air. Barnes tries to get a catch this one. He does. Had some work to do there, Barnes, but the fielding has been quite good today, and Wedderburn gets a wicket in his final over. And another wicket goes. Cahill now. They slip to 125 for 8. So Rondre Yearwood comes to the crease just to face a couple of deliveries here. For the most, he may fall short of even 130 here. Cahill really struggled to build partnerships throughout this innings here. Cahill. What would have helped that is for the Mona campers that they got the dangerous Antonio Morris Sheepley, the Cahill captain of former national youth cricketer for Barbados. Kanye would get a boundary or two here to end this innings. Well, he pulled away, but just get a single. So not the finish that Cahill would have liked in these last few overs. Runs have been very tough to come by. 126 for 8, just one delivery to go. So struck it, will skies up that one in the air, will land short of Hines. A chance for a run out. But just gets back in time. Well, they're going to run a third. But they will trying to sneak a third run. They get the run out. So just 2 runs off that final delivery. And Cahill will end with a score of 1. Yeah, it will be 128 for 8. So we'll, of course, that innings well led by spin bowler Roach. Yeah, just taking a replay of this. The run out. Yeah, it was a suicide run, really. Yeah, of course, Roshan Roach taking 3 wickets to lead the way for UWI Mona. So we're going to have a short 10-15 minute break. So we ask you to stay tuned to 360 TV. UWI Games 2026. We're live at the USPEC. UWI Mona versus UWI Cahill. So welcome back to 360 TV, UE Games 2026. Cahill batted first and scored 128 for 9. Doing the bulk of the damage was Roshan Roach. He took 3 wickets for Mona, so Mona, I'm sure, will fancy the chances in chasing down 129 for victory. Well, I mentioned earlier I thought that Brian Barnes might have batted at number 3 or 4, but seems he's opening the batting for Mona. He's a very dangerous batsman, Brian Barnes, so they'll hope to find him. They'll hope to get him very early here, Cahill. If he gets going, it'll be all over for Cahill. Defending a small total here. Of course, the winner of this match will wrap up the cricket title here in the men's cricket segment. So we're on the way off. We're off and running. This one a short delivery. Just slashing at that one outside the off stump, but didn't get any bat on it. Barnes is the non-striker to start this over. Virgo is the man on strike now. Opening the bowling for Cahill is Romario Paris. Off the mark here immediately. This is a quick outfield here at the UE spec, so that'll be 4 runs to Virgo, and off and running here Mona, 4 without loss now. Very long run up here by Mario Paris. He's the left arm pacer. This one just stayed down to backward point position. 2 more to the total. Lost wickets regularly in there and trying to post a total earlier. Cahill innings never really got into a flow really. This one beats the short third man fielder, so that'll run away to another boundary. So 2 4s in this first over so far. Just not sure if it was signal. Leg by signal. So quick start here for Mona. Of course, earlier we saw, we also saw a quick start by Cahill, but from as early as the second or third over, they started to lose wickets and they lost them regularly throughout. This one again just stayed down to backward point. Not facing any deliveries just yet. Brian Barnes, he'll finally get his chance now. Paris into Barnes. So struck down the ground. And as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Brian Barnes is a very dangerous batsman and he shows his intent immediately. Flying start here for Mona. 17 without loss. Trying to get to 129 for victory. Yeah, so quick start here for Mona. Barnes hitting a 6 off his very first ball. So struck away just over the infield. May run away to the boundary for 4. It does, but not where he intended it to go. Barnes, he was trying to hit that one down the ground. Maybe, yeah, trying to hit that one. Yeah, trying to hit that one down to long on, but just getting a thick outside edge and flew over the head of point and ran away to the boundary for 4. So Barnes quickly on to 10 off 2 deliveries. If he bats at least 7 or 8 overs, this will be a game may slip away from them, and that's another shot down to the boundary for 4. What a start for Mona, trying to get to 129 for victory. Yeah, of course, Brian Barnes has already played for the Jamaica senior team, represented them in the regional 4-day tournament. .25 without loss, Mona. My apologies, those 2 boundaries scored early in the over was off the bat of Virgo, so my apologies. Another boundary to Mona, that's 29 without loss now. Runs coming quickly here for the 2 left-handers at the moment. Yeah, poor fielding there by the mid-off fielder. That was, yeah, looks like Romario. Was it Romario Paris? No, it wasn't. It was Damani Roach with the misfield there. So Triffin, another tick outside edge. Again, not where he intended it to go, Virgo, but gets the intended result. So 4 fours in fact in a row to start this over. They've reached a 33 without loss. What a start here for Mona. Well, if these 2 continue at this rate, this match may be finishing about 10 overs. Need a breakthrough desperately already. Cave Hill. Preston Clark. Expensive first over bowl by him. So rare forward defensive shot on this occasion. The 2-dot deliveries to end over for Clark, but the damage already done. 16 runs coming off that over. Mona, quick start here for them. They're well on course already. They're 33 without loss after 2 overs. So what a start it has been for Mona, trying to get to 129 for victory. Going along at more than 16 runs and over already. So you've already seen a bowling change for Cave Hill. Big swing but misses on this occasion. Barnes just facing, just a second delivery face. Barnes, he's been just sort of a bystander on the non-strikers end so far. Yeah, Calvin Marcus is the new bowler for Cave Hill. Desperately need a wicket here already. Cave Hill, of course, they're just defending, trying to defend 128. Mona already 33 without loss. Well fielded by the backward point fielder. Can't stop the single though. We'll bring Fugo back on strike. Clear skies now after we saw a couple rain delays earlier. Well, of course the match started 20 minutes late because of some rain prior to the start of the match, and then just over and a half into Cave Hill innings, we saw another rain delay. Looking for a single there. Vugo, but Barnes wasn't interested. So that's the one single so far in this over. Played away, and there's quick outfield here. Dewey Speck, and now will run away to the boundary for another 4. So flying start here for Mona. .38 without loss now. Yeah, well, during these power play overs, once these batsmen time the ball pretty well, it will find a boundary with just 2 fielders on at the on the boundary during this power play, and with such a quick outfield and not the biggest, largest ground in the world here, do you expect it will find a fence more than likely. 27 or 14 deliveries, Virgo. 38 without loss. Barnes on 7 or 3 deliveries. So on a bouncer. Called a wide. Score is already 40 without loss. I'll bring the third over to a close, and Yui Moon are well in charge of this contest now. They're 40 without loss, trying to get to 129. The Damani Roach has come into the attack. Moving along quickly here at more than 13 runs and over. Mona. Well on course here to get to that target here. That required run rate less than a runner ball. Just a little over 5 runs and over required from this stage. Need a wicket here. Cavill, this one cut away. Was in the air for some time, but will land safely, and it runs away to the boundary for 4. So 44 without loss now. On a play and a miss by Virgo. Just excellent ball on that occasion by Roach. Beat him outside that off stump. So again, more runs here for it. That'll be another boundary. Runs continuing to flow here for Mona. They've raced to 48 without loss. What a start for Mona, trying to get to 129 for victory. Winner take all match here. Winner will be crowned men's cricket champions of the UE Games. So driven away, it just gets the outside edge, so unlucky there for Cave Hill, and he'll run away down to fine leg. Desperately in need of a wicket now, Cave Hill. Trying to defend 128. I've said this story a couple of times on my broadcasts before, just UE Games with almost 50,000 students around the region now. Of course, the main campuses being the UE Mona in Jamaica, UE Cave Hill in Barbados, and of course the host team of these UE Games 2026 in Augustine, but they also are campuses in Five Islands, Antigua, and of course the global campus is an online option for students. The UE started in 1948 with just, believe it or not, there's 33 medical students at the UE Mona. So 4 overs in the bag now. UE Mona cruising here at 49 without loss. At this stage, they will come away with an easy victory here. 49 without loss. All to do here now for Cave Hill. They really need something special here to get themselves back into this match. This one down the leg side, so that wide will also bring up the 54 Mona just in the 5th over. Pushing that one onto the offside. Haven't seen many dot deliveries so far in this innings. Less than 5 runs and over required. Calvin Marcus trying to get a breakthrough here for Cave Hill. They need one very soon. This one cut away in the air for some time, but to add insult to injury, it landed short of the field, and also the bong seemed to spin away from him, and it goes to the boundary for 4. So things going from bad to worse here for Cave Hill. Yeah, just many times when it comes off the edge like that, it has some spin on it, and didn't pick up that one, the fielder. That was the number 12 for Cave Hill, Damani Roach. So tough going there for Roach in the outfield. 55 without loss. Bonks on this occasion called a wide. Just game slipping away from Cave Hill. Almost halfway to the target already, and still all 10 wickets in hand for Muna. Dominant performance so far by them. Still 8 deliveries left in the power play, so it could still add quite a few more boundaries here. This one attempted to cut that one, as it was a little bonks a little more than he would have liked, Virgo, but fortunately for him, he didn't get any bat on it because the keeper would have been celebrating that wicket. He's standing a fair distance back. Again, a good bounce on this occasion, but well played in the end. Just goes down to third man for another single, and at the end of 5 overs, Mona cruising here, 57 without loss. Yeah, so need 1 or 2 special overs here. Cave Hill to find a way back into this match. Absolutely flying start here for Yui Mona. Damani Roach will start another over. Absolutely a perfect power play here for driving at that one. Virgo. Barnes only facing 5 deliveries so far, really. Not getting the opportunity to face many deliveries early on, the Mona captain. I'm almost certain Barnes wouldn't mind whatsoever, because Virgo has been batting exceptionally well on the other end. Just want another play and a miss, but gets by the keeper, so they'll get a bye. Of course, action continues tomorrow at the U Games. Track and field segment will be held at the Hazy Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain. For those tuning in from outside of Trinidad, that's just about 20-25 minutes or so from the UE St. Augustine campus. Struck down the ground. Does it have enough in it to clear the boundary? No, well, it didn't, but a misfield on the boundary gives Barnes his second boundary. Hit a six off his very first ball earlier, Brad Barnes, but this one wasn't perfectly timed and it landed short of the boundary. There was a chance to stop that one, but a misfield course gave a couple runs, so 62 without loss now. Still going along at more than 10 runs and over here, Mona. Now just 67 runs away from victory. Last delivery left. There's one delivery left in the 6-over power play. The play has resumed after just a short break. Not sure what the delay was about. Barnes gets another single. So I'll bring the power play to a close, and what a start it has been for UE Mona. Well on course here to get to 129 because they're 63 without loss after just 6 overs. See the summarized bowling figures there. No wickets just yet for Cave Hill. Gonna have another bowling change. He's gonna see some bit of spin now. Yeah, Yearwood will has the ball in hand now. Desperate for a wicket now. Cave Hill trying to get themselves back into this match. Left arm spinner. This one shot down the ground. That'll be 6 runs. Barnes, what a hit. What a clean hit by him. His third boundary of the innings. Second four and to go along with a 6 hit earlier. He is on to 18 now off 9 deliveries. 69 without loss. Tough game so far here for Cave Hill. Cut away, they'll think of one. Barnes 1-2, and he loses his footing and his bat in the process, and he's run out. So totally against the run of play, as they say in football. Well, yeah, slipping and left in no man's land there, Barnes, and get a breakthrough finally, Cave Hill. Mona now in the 7th over there, 70 for 1. Yes, so finally getting a breakthrough there, Cave Hill. Brian Barnes. The man run out for 19. Fall of that wicket brings Justin Beckford to the crease. Have to continue taking wickets here, Cave Hill. Still just 56 runs away from victory, and a required run rate less than 5 runs and over. It's actually just around a little over 4.2, so just want an overthrow given away. Can't afford to give away any extras here. Cave Hill defending a small total, trying to defend 128. Trying to cut that one away, Beckford, but finds a fielder, so find a wicket for Cave Hill in that over. Mona still in charge of this match after 7 overs there, 75 for 1. The 8th over has just begun. A chance for another run out here. just gets back to his crease. Beckford, we just saw a run out in the last over of Brian Barnes. Now another mix up there between the Mona batsmen. So cut away and another one goes. So Cavehill fighting back here, but they've taken both openers now as Virgo has to go for 43. And just like that, Mona now 75 for 2. Yeah, needed those 2 quick wickets. Cavehill. So after cruising along, Mona, they've stumbled just a bit in the last 2 overs. I was on tell you, we should let them fill up. Yeah, so 2 quick wickets falling there. First batsman Barnes was run out, and then Preston Clark getting the wicket of Virgo for 43. Need to keep taking wickets though, Cavehill. Stephen Wedderburn, the new batsman for Mona. No runs off this over just yet by ball by Clark. Another dot delivery. So wicket maiden there for Preston Clark. Decent passage of play here for Cavehill, but still with a lot of work to do here as you are trying to get to 129. They're 75 for 2. Cavehill not ready to hand Mona this title just yet. They're trying to fight back here. This one is cut away. Chance for another wicket, and that's 3 wickets now. So 3 wickets falling in the space of just 5 runs or so. They were 70 without loss. Just 2 overs ago and another wicket goes. Bit of chat between the 2 players of both teams. Yeah, try to hit that one into the long on mid-wicket region, but could only get a thick outside edge and sky that one. Yeah, so Beckford, his stay at the crease is a short one. Three quick wickets here for Cave Hill, and they're fighting back in this match. That was Yearwood getting the wicket. Yeah, with just a required run rate of 4.5 runs and over, Cave Hill may have to pull out the Mona team, because very comfortable run chase in terms of the required run rate, just 4.5 runs, so have to keep taking wickets here, Cave Hill. North over is the new batsman, so 2 new batsmen at the crease, both not yet off the mark. Short delivery. Surprised him with the bonks, not over, but he played it well in the end. Yeah, better. Umpire has to step in here, because both the non-striker, Wedderburn, and yeah, we're just exchanging a few words there. Chance for a run out. Comes off the body of Northover. Good fight back here by Cave Hill. Of course, a lot of work still to do. .76 for 3, Mona. This one wide down the leg side. Still with the edge here, Mona. It was just less than 5 runs and over required, and still 7 wickets in hand, but certainly Cave Hill doing a solid job in trying to claw themselves back into this match, because they were 70 without loss at one stage, Mona. So I'm pushing it forward at this one. Again, a chance for another run out. Had to put in the dive there. Yeah, that was not over, having to put in a big dive to ensure he got back to his crease. So feeling some pressure building here now on Mona. A lot of miscommunication between the batters, and putting nerves out there now. Single now to Northover. I'll bring the 9th over to a close, and at the end of it, Cave Hill battling back a bit here. But Mona still in front. They still fancy their chances, of course, still 7 wickets in hand. Just Less than 50 runs required for victory. Yeah, exactly 50 required. Antonio Morris, the Keyville captain, has taken a ball to try to get another wicket here for his team. This one just played on the back foot by Northover. 79 for 3. This one shock trade back to Morris. Really solid last 2-3 overs for Keyville team. Not the dot delivery. Dot deliveries may not help them. It will build some pressure, but it won't help them that much. Keyville, they need really to take wickets. The fours that required run rate still less than 5 runs and over. Single taken. Pushed down the ground, another single. The single will bring the 10th over to a close, and at the end of this over we'll have a short break for drinks with Mona still with the advantage here. They are 82 for 3, trying to get to 129 for victory. So welcome back to 360 TV, live coverage of the UE Games 2026. UE Mona versus UE Cahill in this clash. UE Mona trying to get to 129 for victory there. Still in a fairly comfortable position at 82 for 3 after 10 overs. And that's another wicket. So continue to fight back into this match. I just said that they're still in a fairly comfortable position, UE Mona. But they've lost their 4th wicket in the space of just 12 runs or so. So falling away here. Mona trying to get to 129. They're 82 for 4 now. What a response by Cahill. They're right back into this game now. Good caught and ball catch. Good caught and ball snapped up there by Yearwood. Had to dive to his left. So it was going to his stronger side and he held on quite well. So what was an absolutely easy chase, what looked like an easy chase just a few overs ago, is now turned around quite quickly. Led by 2 wickets from Yearwood. Corey Hines is the new batsman. Other left-handers in this. Quite a few left-handers in the batting lineup of Mona. Cut away. All to play for here now. What a response it has been by the players from Cahill. The dot delivery, so yeah, if that required run rate reaches around 8 runs and over required with maybe just 3 or 4 wickets in hand, they will certainly feel the pressure, Mona. Another dot delivery. That'll bring it over to a close. A wicket maiden there for Yearwood. UE Mona trying to get to 129 or 82 for 4. Antonio Morris will start his second over. Play and a miss by new batsman Hines. Gets through those quite quickly, Morris. This one cut away with runs on this occasion. 4. Yeah, that'll break the shackles a bit there. That's 4 runs. 4 runs, 2 Hines. Gets off the mark with a boundary. Just a slight error on your screen. That those runs were given to Wedderburn, but it's Hines on strike. Another decent over there, bowled by Cavill. Just 4 runs coming off it after 12. Mona 86 for 4. .43 runs away from victory now. Still less than a run ball required here for Mona. So certainly need to keep taking wickets here. Cavill done a good job of that in the last few overs. That opening partnership between Barnes and Virgo was worth 70 runs, but they've taken 4 quick wickets here, Cavill. 87 for 4 now, the score. Play and a miss by Wedderburn. Has been on the crease for quite some time. Lost a couple partners already. Just on 6 of 12 deliveries. Both teams clearly know the importance of this win. The winner will wrap up the title. It's been a bit of banter between both teams. Seen Wedderburn especially having a bit of a chat with some of one occasion the umpire had to step in earlier. Yeah, because Wedderburn and a couple of the other players were having some exchanging a few words with the Cavill players. Umpires had to try to settle things down a bit. So cut away, but can't prevent the single. Take the score up to 90 for 4 now. Has made scoring very tough, Anthony Morris. So cut away, diving effort there. Seem to get a couple hands on that one. Two more to the total. Another quick single. Spear batting quite smartly here so far, Hines and Wedderburn. Just trying to rotate the strike, pick up those singles and twos. Need to keep taking wickets here, KFL. That's 36 runs away from victory, Mona. So attempt a sweep shot, then get any bat on that one. I'll bring the 14th over to a close, and at the end of it, Mona still with the edge here at 93 for 4. Preston Clark starts his fourth and final over. It's exactly 6 runs and over needed now. Yeah, I just feel as though if Cavell could take a couple more wickets soon, and that required run rate reaches maybe 7.5, 8 runs and over. With tail enders coming out, it may get this chase may get a bit tricky for Mona. Driven. There's protection there on the cover boundary. Struck on the leg side. Partnership moving along nicely now. 97 for 4. Just kept a bit low on that occasion by Clark. So ends it with a dot delivery. But they need need a couple wickets here soon. Cave Hill. After 15 overs, Mona trying to get to 129 for victory and 97 for 4. So 32 runs needed and 30 balls for Mona. Quick single. Gets home Hines. She runs flowing quite comfortably now. Again, that single brings up the 100 for Mona. So just 29 runs away from getting to this victory target. 29 runs needed in 26 balls. Need to break this partnership now. So cut away over there, and they get another wicket. So I just said they need to find another wicket here, Cave Hill, and they do just that. This match not over. Huey Mona now 100 for 5. Yeah, so Cave Hill right in this match now. Mona absolutely cruising. Just a short while ago, they were 70 without loss. Mona now 100 for 5, trying to get to 129. So pushed on the ground, so off the mark immediately. Michael Clark, of course, had a really strong performance in the field earlier. Yeah, so all to play for here still. Required run rate now, 7 runs and over. Just feel as though one good over, one great over for either team here will certainly put the match in their favour. Maybe an over with 12, 13 runs will put Mona firmly in control of this run chase. But on the other hand, maybe 2 wickets and an over, Cavill will certainly think they're in a great chance to come away with this victory. Yeah, would have started his 4th and final over. 102 for 5. Just the one wide off this over so far, followed by 3 dot deliveries. So a bit of pressure probably building on Mona. That 27 needed now off 21 deliveries. So Katoe finally runs off the bat. Haven't seen a boundary struck in quite some time. All to play for here still. Katoe runs here for, may run away to the boundary for 4. It does, so a welcome boundary for Yui Mona. It was a bit of slow period there for the team from Jamaica, the Mona campus, but they get a boundary now, and that should ease some of the pressure on this batting pair. All of a sudden the equation looks a little easier now. 22 needed off 19 deliveries. So keen battle. Maybe in for a close finish here. 107 for 5 Mona. 22 needed and 18 deliveries. Hula in over here, cut away, that will be 4 runs. Sweetly timed that one. And Michael Clark gets his first 4 of his innings. Exactly a runner ball needed now. Actually no, sorry, 18 off 17 deliveries, so starting to get this equation getting a bit more comfortable now for Mona. Still 5 wickets in hand, so need a couple of wickets here, Cavill. Trying to play on a miss by Clark. No. This one, yeah, certainly will be called a no ball. Full toss way over wayside. So free hit coming here for Mona. So Wedderburn will try to capitalize on this opportunity. 16 needed off 16 balls. So free hit here for Burn. This one struck away. Will be taken, but of course it's a free hit, so not a bad outcome for Caveville. Just a single of that free hit. Failed to put that one away, Wedderburn. 15 needed, 15 balls to go. If Mona goes into the last over needing maybe 8 or 9 runs, may feel a bit of pressure. So certainly, I'm sure they'll be looking for a boundary or two before that last over begins. Need a wicket here. Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, so another 4. So pressure on Caveville now. Equation just 11 needed or 14 deliveries now for Mona to come away with this win. Impressive game this has been for Michael Clark. Took a couple. Was excellent in the field earlier. Now he's trying to wrap up this victory for Mona. Desperate for a wicket now. 11 needed, 14 deliveries to go. This one pushed away, more runs here. They'll get 1, they'll come back for 2. It's a great over there for Mona. They have one hand on this title certainly now, as just an equation now. Just 9 needed in the last 13 deliveries. Well, my apologies, still 1 delivery left in this 18th over. Desperate for a wicket or 2 here quickly, Caveville. Marcus flicked away. Another single, so at the end of 18 overs, Mona will need 8 of the last 12 deliveries. Caveville, this game slipping away from them. Stay tuned, folks. We're in for a good finish here. Need something special here now, Caveville. Mona just need 8 of the last 12 deliveries. Still 5 wickets in hand. Struck down firmly down the ground. Does it go all the way? It does. So just 4 runs now away from victory. So 125 for 5 now. Just 1 bong 4 away from wrapping up this win, Mona. Tough to see Cahill coming away with this victory now. This one struck down the ground. It's in the air. Will land well short of that field at long on, so another single. 3 away now from victory, Mona. Still 10 deliveries to go. So a big swing and a miss. Just one shot way onto the offside, so another single. 2 runs away now, Mona. 2 needed of the final 8 deliveries, so they should come away with this victory. Very solid innings here by Michael Clarke, coming into bat with some pressure, and he delivered certainly different. This one struck down the ground. This one will complete the match, and that's it. So Michael Clarke finishes off the game with a 6. He ends on 24 off just 14 deliveries. What a game for Clarke. Took a couple catches earlier and stopped quite a few runs in the field as well. So UWI Mona will come away with the men's cricket title at these UWI games. They end this competition unbeaten. Cahill coming away second best. They lose this one by 5 wickets. Thank you for tuning into 360 TV. Bye for now.